sometimes it's a bit of a nightmare. I break probably 3 of these a tour. I put DW beaters on my pedals just because they got a lot more weight to them. This thing is comfy as hell. I love the Tomathrone. Hi guys, this is Aydin Kerr. I play drums for Mushroomhead, and today we are at the Vixen in McHenry, Illinois.
To their own things.
All right.
You can leave them in Unity.
Today we're going to go through the kit, give a good rundown.
It's going to one place.
So starting off, it's a Thomas Star Classic.
One, it sums. So that's why
these are all maple shells. So sizes are 22-inch kick drums. First rack tom is a 10-inch.
Yeah.
Then the 12 and 16, 18.
So let's do this then for if you want to try it out.
The snare is a 14 by 7. That is my backup. Unfortunately, I broke my main, but I'll be repairing that later today. So hopefully we'll get that back on there. The snare is also a Thomas Star Classic. It's a maple.
Already set up like that.
Yep, it's
so then
just like the kit, matches everything. So the matte black finish and everything.
As it is, so that
super sick. So for the rack toms, I like to keep them a bit tighter, just so they cut through. They're some people might say they're a little too high, but I like them. I like them to cut, and then my floor toms, I tune a little bit on the lower end just to get that thud. So the snare is cranked on the top, and then the bottom is pretty loose, so I got a lot of crack, but also still the low end of it, you know, cuts through. The snare, I've been going through a couple different snare heads. This one I'm on right now is the heavyweight. I've been messing around with the heavyweight dry. That's also a really nice one. The toms, we got EC2s all across, so those heads are sick. And then on the bottom we got the, I believe it's black chrome, I think they are, the Rezo heads. So I've been experimenting with all kinds of cymbals for this tour, just kind of trying something new every night just to really find what sounds I like. It's completely changed from the last tour. We were using the A heavies, but they were a little too clunky for me, so I've been starting to break out some of the K series. A lot of these are really nice. This is the K Special Dry Crash, 18-inch. This thing is awesome. It's got a lot of bite to it, so it's really just for accents and stuff. I'm not playing it too much, but it cuts through really nice. And then I got the matching Splash down there. It's a 10-inch. It's got the same bite. Really love the dry cymbals. The hats, usually I use 14 Master Sounds, but I'm switching to the K Sweets. 15-inch. These things are awesome. Keep biting my knuckles on them, but they're sick. They sound awesome, so we're keeping them. Over here, we got an A Custom Crash, 18-inch, and then the Oriental Mini China. This thing is fucking awesome. Love it. Cuts through everything. Super fun for fills. Over here, K Custom Hybrid, 19-inch Crash. This one I've been fluctuating. I've been going back and forth between a 19A Custom and the K Custom Hybrid. Still trying to figure out what I really want to do, but for now this is what we're going with. Then we got the 18-inch Cluster Crash, also the K Series. Those things are sweet, love it. Honestly thinking about putting it all across the board, but maybe next tour. And then I got the K Dark Ride. That thing is awesome. I was using the Mega Bell for a while because that thing, it's a monster. If you know the Mega Bell, you know. But we're switching to this just because I can crash on it a little bit more, bring more life out of it. Sometimes there's dynamic parts where I really want to bring a lot of emotion out of the cymbal, and this really allows me to do it. It's got a lot of wash. Sounds great. Then for these hi-hats, these things are probably older than me. They've been around ever since I've been around. The Special Recording, 13-inch. So those are an auxiliary pair. Always keep them closed. A lot of it's just for like counting in between songs and stuff, you know, just making sure everybody's locked in. And then my China right now, I'm using the K Custom Hybrid. This thing is awesome. I love it. I've been bouncing back and forth between that and the Ultra Hammered, the A China. That one is also just bright as hell. We got some candy right here, the High Chew. It's grape, can't do that. We got ProMark Fire Grains. These are 2Bs. I've switched back and forth between 5 and 2, and I keep ending up on 2Bs just because got a little more weight, they're a little denser, you know. I hit a little hard sometimes, so those seem to last me well. We got the Iron Cobra pedals for the kicks, and then the Speed Cobra for the hi-hat. I put DW beaters on my pedals just because they got a lot more weight to them than the normal Iron Cobra ones, just because I like powering through everything, you know. Just having that weight really helps just get comfortable, you know. That's what I'm used to, so just keep that as a staple. So here's my personal monitoring and everything. I don't have these powered on right now, but this is for both of my kick drums, so instead of doing a splitter, I'm just doing 1 and 1. So these go to my kicks, and then this one is for my snare. So I've got a snare trigger, and then I've got a mic on top and bottom, so there's a blend between all three for the actual sound that's coming through. And you know, talking through it with our sound guy, we just felt like that's most comfortable. You know, it cuts through everything, it's clear as day. And with the kick triggers, you know, just having that relationship, you know, where they both cut through the whole mix, it just really sounds awesome. So I'm glad that we switched to that. This thing is comfy as hell. I love the Tomathrone. Definitely just whatever, you know, you're playing a lot, sitting up here for hours on end, you gotta be comfy. So love this thing. It's a good seat. Yeah, this is also Tama. Everything on the kit pretty much is Tama. Yeah, it's all Tama hardware. This rack, it's a fucking monster, man. It holds everything well, and I don't really have any play in anything. Every day I set it up, and it's just what it is, you know. It's reliable as hell, so definitely happy to use. Like I said, Tama, Evans, ProMark, Zildjian, Roland for the triggers, Shore for in-ears. Those are the companies. So yeah, these are just the standard Shore 215 in-ears. If I'm gonna be honest, playing with a mask on, it traps a lot of moisture in there, so sometimes it's a bit of a nightmare. I break probably 3 of these a tour, so you know, I'm just flying through them, unfortunately, but they work. You know, my mix is mostly kick and click, so a lot of what I'm hearing is just beep boop 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 beep boop boop boop. So I don't need like the craziest in-ears in the world, you know. Like I said, these are just standard. They work, they're reliable, and when I gotta buy 3 pairs a tour, this just seems to make sense. So right now we're just out promoting Call the Devil, the new record. We got whole new masks. I mean, everything's pretty updated, so come check it out. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Illegal Alien AIDS. And then on Facebook, it's Aydin Kerr. So see you there.